Good morning, Eastern Standard Time. Well, it's 1:07 a.m. Good morning. If you're watching this, you're checking in. I was thinking about when I first started collecting coins and my first coin show and the mistakes I made, and I decided to make you a small guide for your first coin show if you're going to one for the first time. And anyone that I know in the community that has something to add, by all means, please do. Here's just six top things I can think of at the time. Here's what I do anyway. Number one, I do a tour of the area first. And not just because I'm security minded and I'm looking for exits and weirdos, but because I like to get a gander at what everyone has. One person might have, silver at a good price, but another person might have silver at a better price. So do a walk around. Let's see. Number two, bring a list. Unless you are just want to go in there half cocked and just making it rain and throwing hundreds, I don't have that kind of, scratch. So I make a list. Here's my list for the last coin show. It is ridiculously long, yes, but as you can see, there's only four things with something next to it. Those are four things I bought that I happened to find there that I, could afford and wanted. So there you go. Also on this list, you may want to put prices on there. I printed this out from the interwebs. As you can see, it's got prices next to everything from the condition of the coin and whatnot. And you do that for, obvious reasons. You don't want to get gypped. And I'm not saying you're going to, and I'm not saying everyone's doing that, but, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're doing and it's your first experience, you might see something that just looks immaculate, but it could be way overpriced. Another thing you might want to do is bring a red book. If you're a coin collector and you're getting into it, this is going to be your Bible for the most part for American coins. Yeah, you can watch videos on that. Let's see. Three, remember that these people are trying to make a living, so don't lowball them. Some will accommodate you to an extent, but don't. If someone's asking $175 for a coin, there's probably a good reason for that. So don't, say, I'll give it to you for, how about 100? No, don't insult people like that. All right. A lot of people will be willing to work with you. And, how I put it to them is like, what can you do for me on this? Or I'll, get several coins at once and say, I got a bundle here. What can you do with me? And that's just a good, polite way. Be cordial because these people are making a living. All right. Someone walks up and wants a jar of clear and I tell them $20 and they look at it admiringly and say, how about 10 or 5? I'm more likely to pour it on them and set them on fire. I wouldn't do that. It's a good waste of juice. But you see what I'm saying. They're trying to make a living. Let's see. Number 4, know when to walk away. I had an incident at a coin show where someone was asking like 3 times the amount for a coin. Okay, and it was a good condition. And what saved my ass was I had a list. I looked at my list. I looked at the coin. I matched it up. I said for a very fine coin, it should cost approximately this amount. Let's say it was $50, and he wanted 175, 150, or whatever. At that point, there is no bargaining. You cannot say, "Hey, man, I'll give you 55 for it," or even 75. There's just nothing you can't work with that. So I politely handed it back and said, "Thank you very much," and went along my way. And I'm not saying that everyone's going to try and gyp you. All I'm saying is he didn't even look it up. He picked it. I said, "How much for this coin?" Because there's no prices on anything, and I hate that. I handed it to him. He looked at it, 175, and I was like, no. Have a good day. I appreciate it. And it seemed kind of out of nowhere, and he seemed a slight bit taken aback, but he got the point that I wasn't some geek off the street that just, came in to use the bathroom and happened to walk into a coin show by accident. Let's see. Number 5, pace yourself. Unless you're looking for something very specific and you find it, and it is something you absolutely, positively have to have to say complete a collection, or because you know, just collect that certain type or whatever the scenario may be. And, don't just buy something because money's burning a hole in your pocket. Pace yourself because you might see something once on your tour and you buy it then and there, but you happen to go 2 tables down and some guys got the same thing for maybe cheaper or in better condition or both. Number 6, this is the most important one, so take notes. Have fun. Have fun. All right, this should not be a chore. All right, you're going there to look at people's wares, look at coins. You're going there to get your numinalistic geek on. Have fun with it, man. All right, don't take things too seriously. I mean, the internet has really torn down a lot of shows, whether it be everything from gun shows to coin shows to the AMVs, whatever. But there are still people willing to travel great distances to set up a table and haul in cases, which are heavy because I've done it, and hell, gold, silver weighs a lot. They're willing to do this, still to make money, and because they have a love for it. You know what I'm saying? This is a labor of love. You really gotta love what you're doing to keep doing this because it is a pain in the ass. So I mean, have fun with it. Respect the people around you, and you're gonna be fine. Just follow my 6 steps. Shepherdman's 6 steps of first timing at the coin show. Let me show you this. I got this at the coin show. And if you're wondering what's in it, there are 4. And it is going to be an awesome journey to fill this up. It's going to be great. I've really admired Standing Liberty quarters for a long time, but pennies were my thing. And thanks to Jeep and John, that's complete now. So I'm moving on to Standing Liberty quarters. And the way I choose my specific collections now is kind of by availability and also kind of by price. Now some of these Standing Liberties can go up for $7,000, but the majority of them, the most you might spend is about $100. That's for the majority of them. 100 or less. I'm talking like between $7 and $100. I'm not all of them are 100. I couldn't do that. But that might be another video, is coining on a budget. Maybe. This ideas I'm throwing out there. But yeah, let's go over it again. Do a tour first. Bring a list or a red book. Excuse me. Don't lowball. Know when to walk away. Pace yourself. And most importantly, have fun. That's the point. So, yeah. If you're watching this, you're checking in, love one another, take care of each other, or all you've got, and have a pleasant evening. I think I might go to bed. I don't know. 2 is my bedtime. See what happens.